Have you ever checked your bank account and asked yourself one simple question? Where did all my money go? You worked hard. You got your paycheck. Maybe you even tried to save. But somehow, by the end of the month, your savings are gone. And the scary part is, you didn't make any huge purchases. You didn't buy a luxury car. You didn't take an expensive vacation. So where did your money disappear? The truth is, most people are not losing money because of one big mistake. They are losing it through hundreds of small decisions they barely notice. A $15 subscription here. A $20 delivery fee there. A few unnecessary purchases every week. And before you realize it, thousands of dollars have quietly left your life. In today's video, we are going to uncover the hidden money leaks that are destroying your savings, why your brain makes you spend money without realizing it, and the simple system that can help you finally take control of your finances. But before we start, if you enjoy practical money lessons that can help you build a stronger financial future, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Because every week, we break down the money habits, mistakes, and strategies that can change the way you think about wealth. Now let's begin. Imagine two people. Both earn the same salary. Both live in the same city. Both have similar lifestyles. Person A earns $5,000 every month. Person B also earns $5,000 every month. After 1 year, Person A has almost nothing saved. Person B has thousands of dollars sitting in their account. What is the difference? It's not intelligence. It's not luck. It's not even income. The difference is awareness. Person B understands something most people ignore. Money doesn't disappear overnight. It escapes through small cracks. And those cracks are everywhere. The first hidden enemy of your savings is something called lifestyle creep. Lifestyle creep is one of the biggest reasons people never feel rich, even when they earn more money. Think about this. When you got your first job, maybe you survived with a simple lifestyle. You cooked at home. You avoided unnecessary spending. You were careful with every dollar. Then your income increased. Maybe you got a promotion. Maybe you started earning more. And slowly, your lifestyle changed. A better phone. A more expensive apartment. More restaurant visits. More subscriptions. More shopping. At first, these upgrades feel small. You tell yourself, I deserve this. And maybe you do, but the problem begins when every increase in income automatically creates an increase in spending. Your income grows, but your savings stay exactly the same. This is why many high-income people still live paycheck to paycheck. They don't have an income problem. They have a lifestyle problem. According to financial experts, one of the biggest differences between wealthy people and everyone else is not how much money they make, it's how much money they keep. Because earning money is only one part of building wealth. Keeping money is the skill most people never learn. Now let's talk about something even more dangerous, the invisible subscriptions that silently drain your bank account. Today, companies have mastered one thing, making spending feel painless. Think about all the subscriptions you have. Streaming services. Music apps. Cloud storage. Fitness memberships. Premium apps. Each one might only cost $10 or $15. And your brain says, it's only $10. It's not a big deal. But let's calculate. Imagine you have 5 subscriptions. Each costs around $15 per month. That's $75 every month. In 1 year, $900. Almost $1,000 for things you might barely use. And the scary part? Many people don't even remember all the subscriptions they are paying for. Companies know this. They know that small automatic payments are easier for people to ignore. A large purchase creates pain. But small recurring payments don't. This is called the psychology of invisible spending. Your brain reacts differently when you hand someone $100 cash compared to when an app automatically takes $9.99 from your account. The second one feels harmless. But repeated hundreds of times, it becomes a financial leak. And this is only the beginning. Because there is another hidden reason your savings disappear, something much deeper than subscriptions. It's connected to your emotions, and most people don't even realize they are doing it. Now let's talk about something that destroys more savings than most people realize: emotional spending. You might think you buy things because you need them. But many times, you are not buying a product. You are buying a feeling. Think about the last time you had a stressful day. Maybe your boss criticized your work. Maybe you felt tired, lonely, or frustrated. What do many people do? They open an online shopping app. They scroll. They see something interesting. And suddenly they think, I should buy this. It will make me feel better. For a few minutes, it works. You feel excited. You feel rewarded. But that feeling disappears quickly. And what remains? Another charge on your bank account. This is one of the biggest psychological traps in modern money management. Companies understand human emotions better than most people understand themselves. They know when you are bored, stressed, or looking for happiness, you are more likely to spend. That is why you see advertisements everywhere saying, "You deserve it. Treat yourself. Buy now." Because they are not just selling products. They are selling emotions. They are connecting spending with happiness. But financially successful people understand a powerful difference. They don't ask, "Can I afford this?" They ask, "Is this helping me build the life I want?" Because something being affordable does not mean it is valuable. You can afford a $100 dinner. But does that dinner move you closer to your financial goals? Maybe not. You can afford a new phone. But if your current phone works perfectly, are you buying a tool, or are you buying a temporary feeling? This small change in thinking separates people who build wealth from people who constantly restart their financial journey. Now let's discuss another silent killer of savings: convenient spending. Modern life is designed to make spending easier than ever. Food delivery is one click away. Shopping is one click away. Entertainment is one click away. Your wallet is connected to everything. And because spending has become so easy, you don't feel the same pain you used to feel. Years ago, people had to physically go to a store. They had to take cash from their wallet. They saw their money leaving. Today, a fingerprint. A face scan. One tap. Money is gone. The easier spending becomes, the harder saving becomes. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine someone orders food delivery 3 times a week. Each order costs $25. That includes food, fees, and tip. 3 times a week equals $75. Over 1 month, around $300. Over 1 year, almost $4,000. $4,000 from one habit. And the person might not even remember those meals. This doesn't mean you should never enjoy life. Saving money is not about becoming miserable. It's about making your money work for your future. The goal is not to remove every pleasure. The goal is to stop unconscious spending. Because conscious spending gives you freedom. Unconscious spending steals it. Now let's talk about one of the biggest financial mistakes in America today: credit card dependency. Credit cards are not automatically bad. Used correctly, they can be useful tools. But the danger begins when people use credit cards to purchase a lifestyle they cannot actually afford. The biggest trap is this: small monthly payments. A company tells you, only pay $49 per month. Sounds easy, right? But multiply that by everything. A phone payment. A car payment. A furniture payment. A subscription. A shopping purchase. Suddenly, your future income is already spent before you receive it. This creates a dangerous cycle. You work. You earn money. But your paycheck is already promised to someone else. That is why some people with high salaries still feel financially trapped. Their money has no freedom. Every dollar already has a job. The wealthy understand something important: money should create options, not obligations. The purpose of saving is not just to have a bigger number in your bank account. The purpose is to create choices. The choice to leave a bad job, the choice to handle an emergency, the choice to invest in opportunities, the choice to live without constant financial stress. But most people never reach this point because they make one major mistake: they try to save whatever is left over. And usually, nothing is left. This is why the traditional saving method fails. Most people say, "I will spend everything I need to spend, and then I will save the remaining money." But the problem is, human beings naturally adjust their spending. If you have more money available, you find more ways to spend it. The solution is to reverse the order. Do not save what is left after spending. Spend what is left after saving. This one change can completely transform your finances. Imagine you receive your paycheck. Before paying for unnecessary things, a percentage automatically moves into your savings account. You never see it. You never touch it. You build wealth quietly. This is called paying yourself first. And it is one of the simplest habits used by financially successful people. But there is still a question: how much should you actually save? And how can an average person build savings without feeling like they are sacrificing everything? That's what we will break down next. Now let's talk about the most important part. How do you actually stop your money from disappearing and start building a financial future? Because knowing the problem is not enough. Millions of people know they should save money. They watch videos about saving. They read financial advice. They even make promises to themselves: next month, I will save more. But then the next month arrives, and nothing changes. Why? Because information does not change behavior. Systems do. The difference between someone who struggles with money and someone who builds wealth is usually not knowledge. It is the system they follow every single day. Think about professional athletes. They don't become great because they feel motivated every morning. They follow a training system. They repeat the same actions. They build habits. Money works the same way. You don't become financially successful because you make one perfect decision. You become financially successful because you repeat small smart decisions for years. Now let's talk about the first system that can completely change your relationship with money. The pay yourself first system. Most people use this formula. Income spending whatever is left goes to savings. But there is one problem: usually nothing is left. Your lifestyle expands until it consumes your entire income. Instead, financially successful people use this formula. Income, savings, spending. They decide their future comes first. For example, imagine you receive a $4,000 monthly paycheck. Instead of spending everything and hoping something remains, you immediately move $400 into savings. Now your lifestyle has to adjust around $3,600. At first, it feels difficult, but something interesting happens. Your brain adapts. Humans are extremely good at adjusting to new situations. If you have more money available, you find reasons to spend more. If you have less available, you find ways to adjust. This is why automatic saving is so powerful. It removes the daily decision, because every financial decision is a battle between your present self and your future self. Your present self wants comfort. Your future self wants security. The goal is to make sure your future self gets a voice. Now let's discuss another powerful strategy: the 3 bank account method. Many people fail at saving because they mix everything together. Their income, bills, spending money, and savings all sit in one place, and this creates confusion. A better approach is separating your money. Account number 1.
This is for your essential expenses: rent, mortgage, food, utilities, insurance. Account number 2. The future account. This is money you do not touch: emergency fund, investments, long-term goals. Account number 3. The freedom account. This is money for enjoying life, entertainment, travel, hobbies. Why does this work? Because it removes guilt. Many people think saving means they can never enjoy money. That is not true. A healthy financial life needs balance. The goal is not to hate spending. The goal is to control spending. There is a big difference. Now let's talk about one of the biggest reasons Americans struggle financially: lifestyle inflation. Imagine two people. Person A gets a $10,000 raise. They immediately upgrade everything: a more expensive apartment, a newer car, more expensive restaurants, more shopping. After a few months, the raise disappears. Person B gets the same $10,000 raise, but they keep their lifestyle almost the same. They save and invest the difference. After several years, the difference between these two people becomes massive. The money they saved starts creating more money. This is the secret most people miss. The wealthy are not always rich because they earn more. Many are wealthy because they keep more. The gap between earning and keeping is where wealth is created. Now let's talk about something uncomfortable. Your environment controls your spending more than you think. If everyone around you constantly upgrades their lifestyle, you will feel pressure to do the same. A bigger house, a better car, the newest phone, the latest trends. But financial freedom often requires the courage to be different. You don't need to look rich. You need to become financially strong. Because looking wealthy and being wealthy are two completely different things. Someone driving an expensive car with huge payments may have less financial freedom than someone driving an older car with thousands saved. The goal is not to impress strangers. The goal is to protect your future. Now let's talk about emergency funds in more detail. Many people think an emergency fund is boring, but it is actually one of the most powerful forms of financial confidence. Because life is unpredictable. A job can disappear. A business can slow down. Unexpected expenses can appear. Without savings, every problem becomes a crisis. With savings, problems become situations you can handle. That difference changes your entire mindset. Instead of living in fear, you start living with confidence. A good starting goal is not 6 months of expenses. A good starting goal is simply the first $500, then $1,000, then 1 month of expenses, then continue building. Remember, the first step is not about the amount. It is about becoming the type of person who saves. Because identity creates habits. When you start seeing yourself as someone who saves money, your decisions begin to change. You think differently. You spend differently. You plan differently. And slowly, your financial life changes. Now let's talk about a financial milestone that changes everything. The first $10,000? Many people underestimate this number. They think $10,000 is not enough to make me rich. And they are right. $10,000 will not make you wealthy overnight. But the importance of the first $10,000 is not the money itself. It is what happens to you while building it. Because saving your first $10,000 teaches you something powerful. Discipline, patience, control. It proves that you can delay unnecessary spending and create something bigger. The first $10,000 is not just money. It is evidence that you have changed your relationship with money. Before reaching that milestone, many people feel like money controls them. After reaching it, they start feeling like they control money. Imagine having a $10,000 emergency fund. A car breaks down. A bill appears. Something unexpected happens. Instead of panic, you have options. And options are one of the greatest forms of wealth. Because money is not only about buying things. Money is about reducing fear. Money gives you the ability to make decisions based on what is right, not only based on what you can afford today. Now let's discuss some money mistakes. People often regret later in life because many financial problems don't appear immediately. They appear years later. The first mistake: waiting too long to start saving. Many people believe they need a high income before they start saving. They say, "When I make more money, then I will start." But this mindset is dangerous because the habit of saving is more important than the amount. Someone who learns to save with $3,000 per month has a huge advantage over someone who earns $10,000 per month but spends everything. Your income can change. Your habits stay with you. The second mistake: